Okay, now I went back and watched a piece of the previous video just to see if the sound actually does show up on the video, and it does, but it just goes to show that even with me saving every 10 minutes, the audio still gets out of sync. So it actually doesn't do a whole lot of justice watching it. At the end of that last video, it's so out of sync that it doesn't even seem like the sounds are going with the animation. So I'm going to do this right off the bat and just really quickly kind of go through the different sounds. Hopefully early on it's not out of sync. So yeah, hopefully that lined up nice. But everything does seem to work. What I need to do now in timer is get rid of the spot that shows, where are we at here? This, where we've affected the caption and we put the coordinates up there. The reason I'm getting rid of that, as useful as it is while that's there, when I go in here to picture 1, I can't use this part where it shows the key code that I press, and I want to get the key code for the space bar. Space bar seems to be 32. So let's put this in here somewhere. If key code equals 32 and action equals 0, wait, and action equals 0 or action equals 1. So maybe if you're running and you try to attack, wait, we should probably do or action equals 4, which I think is ducking. Yeah, that's the crouch. Then action equals, I believe it was 8. I hope it was 8. And animation equals 0. Well, we already have the graphic update in Draw Hero, so it should at least show us, and it does. Hit spacebar, and his look changed. So go into timer. Let's put in some code for this button, or for this action. If action equals 8, then, and this is firing his laser sword, as opposed to any other kind of laser. I don't know. Animation equals animation plus. I'm going to make it fire slowly just to try, see how this works. If animation equals what? This was 15, I believe. Or, well, okay, this would be animation 0, 1, and 2. So we say if animation equals 2.5, then which means that it will have gone 2 cycles after the last frame that we want to see. Then we're going to say that action equals 0. So that should be simple. Now we're going to need extra coding here for actually creating a projectile that fires and making sounds. In fact, it'd be really nice if I had a sound for a laser. I probably should have done that, shouldn't I? I have no sound for a laser. I'll have to grab one of those. Next time I have to stop the video, I'll try to remember to grab some kind of sound effect somewhere for a laser. Let's just try it. Let's see if it works. Hit spacebar, and his weapon did charge and fire. I'm going to speed it up a little bit, though. You know, going at 0.25 is just taking too long. Alright, I don't know. I think we should do another one of these where it goes in 2 pieces. Let me try it real slow. No. Oh, animation hit 3. That was the problem. Okay. Yeah, for safety's sake, we should say, where is it at? For action is A. We should say if it's greater than or equal to 2.5. But you know what? That won't work. Let's go back to. It's got to be something like 0.4 or something. I've got to find a good. Yeah, that's not bad. I could see that being a good speed. And I'm going to change this to like 2.9. So that he, at that last frame of the animation, he'll stay. I'm actually going to change it to 3, let's see. Yeah. So he stays just a little bit longer at the end of the animation before he's back standing again. Oh, he's doing all kinds of crazy stuff now. What is he doing? His action is 1. Tempe is 18. How in the world did this... Oh, okay. I see the problem. Here was our problem. When his action here is at 8, once he's done firing, we need to set his animation back equal to 0, or we're going to have a whole bunch of problems. Basically what happened is his animation value got out of control. It was up into, you know, it had reached 15, so it was just kind of spiraling out of control there. So he can shoot. He can fire his weapons off. Alright, let's worry about adding those projectiles that fire in, which happen to be right here in picture 5. So let's give that a try. Well, is there any other things I need to add? We have, well, we don't have death. I'll get to that. I don't even have any pictures, so we have to skip it for now. We have shooting, we have climbing. We will eventually have where he gets hurt, but it makes sense to do that after something can be shot at him. So we'll get to that. Swinging a sword, crouch, falling, jumping, running, and standing. We got everything else done. So really the guy, other than kind of polishing his movements and stuff and getting the collision detection a little bit better, a few little problems, other than that, the core of his actions are done. Except for, like I said, being hurt or dying. So we need to add some more stuff. Well, we have some code that'll be used for enemies, but let's do, I'm going to call it bolts, like energy bolts or something. We'll do BA and BB. Let's say bolt. I'm just going to do a generic bolt, and that will be 0 is it's gone. It doesn't exist. This will be our way of deleting a bolt. Is we'll just set the value equal to 0. 1 will equal it's our hero laser. 2 will equal its enemy laser number 1. This, if later if we had other kinds of enemies, then it could be different kinds of things that shoot, or yeah. So we'll call it enemy laser number 1. We gotta have a direction, and we'll use the same left and right that we've been using for everything else. We're gonna need shifting, so BA and BB need to have a 2 and a 2. Well, no, we don't need a shifting for a vertical shift, because these bolts can only go left and right. Now, we could make it so that you can shoot up and down, but earlier I had said that I took that out because it's just a bunch of extra stuff, and if you can figure out how to do bolts firing horizontally, firing vertically is not really much different. So it's stuff that I would encourage you to later add in, but at least get through the regular tutorial first. Let's see what to do. I think this is probably all we need. So I'm going to highlight this whole thing, take it with me into timer, and I already hear the alarm going off. It fires, or that alarm goes off way too fast. I'm going to paste it in here, and well, this was custom made actually, just to keep track of time for me. It's convenient. I can just say, you know, I want 4 seconds on a clock. It actually gives me 2 clocks here, another clock there. It's nice for different projects to have something that can count down time and beep when I need it. So you know, hey, if you guys are bored and can't think of anything else that's cool to make, that masking program that makes masks for you is a good tool for designing stuff. This is actually a good tool when you're doing any kind of tutorials or videos, or who knows what else you might be doing in the future. Just ideas. Saving the video.